arrogant. I thought that I was humble, you know. They say when you shine and you grind that they afraid of that. You're so bright, you're so tight, and they be hating that. The top's so far from the bottom to be exact, but the bottom get you ready to fight for the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another episode of Soul Trust Podcast. This is episode 4. You're here with the one and only...
But never lonely.
Hey.
Sometimes I'm just good. Like I just, it fits in. It's in there.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
That's why you're here.
But yeah, so welcome back to another episode of Soul Trust Podcast. This is episode 4. First off, we want to say thank you to you guys for tuning in. Whoever is tuning in, you're pretty much like the day ones. And so consider yourself pretty lucky. Mm-hmm. Trying to get this one. That's like a Roy moment.
What else you got on there?
I don't know. There's some other fun stuff, but that's the only one I really think it's worth pressing.
Yeah.
The other ones are a little too much.
Okay.
But yeah, technically you're like our day ones. So we appreciate you, and hopefully you get to stick it out for the long run, because I know that we're going to stick it out for the long run. So thank you for joining us. And this is the second episode of the year. We just shot another episode, obviously, if you watched the previous one. So this is the second episode of 2025. And I think we're off to a good start. We are only looking to improve, just like hopefully everybody else. And so we're just getting the ball rolling day after day, every time we shoot. And we're creating it like a good system to continue to keep this going. I think we're on fire, because we're just knocking these episodes out now, and we're looking to just kind of continue to keep this going and creating shorts and pumping out the content. And again, we're just on a whole nother level this 2025. So we're going to keep the momentum going. And yeah. You got anything you want to say?
How did you feel yesterday? Like the first episode of the year?
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me we just shot this back to back? That was yesterday?
Okay, yes.
Because they don't know.
Okay.
So we're going to let you in on a little secret. We shot the episode back to back. So the other one was yesterday. So back to your question.
Okay, so how did you feel
shooting yesterday? I felt super productive, because it's like kickstarting the year right off the bat. So it's day 3 of 2025 was yesterday. Today's day 4. Hey, that's the 3rd episode and the 4th episode.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So, I don't know. We might do episode 5 tomorrow. Shoot, screw it. Just do it. But,
let's just keep it going.
But I felt...
Keep it funky fresh.
I felt like it was a good start. Just kind of diving in and not...
Okay, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you, but like your real feelings. Okay.
Yeah, let me get to it. Oh. Just warming up.
Okay. I'm here for it.
I felt good doing the episode yesterday, because just like I was saying in yesterday's episode, is one of my goals for 2025 is to not let things get in the way. So I feel like we're off to a good start. And so I felt good doing the episode yesterday, because hold on, I can't see. This thing's like all up in my face. So I would say I felt good doing it, and it just felt good to be back in the studio pretty much. This is the studio, so it felt good to be back in the studio, getting the lights back up, getting the whole setup together, and just getting everything rolling. Feels good, to be honest. Throwing the footage in the computer to edit. And
yeah, it looked really good. I saw like little glimpses of you editing, and it looked really good. I was like, wow.
It felt good.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. I think I felt good. I felt good going into it, and I felt good going into this one too. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. How did you feel?
I felt super like energetic, and we were so tired. It was like, what time did we go to bed?
Like 1:30.
Went to bed really late, and then
If you're trying to get shit done, you got to do it whenever you got to do it. That's what I'm telling you. No excuses, man. We got to get to it.
Yeah.
It was 1:30. I had to wake up early as hell in the morning, and I haven't taken a nap today. Right now is, what time is it?
It is 11:51.
It's 11:51, and I think I'm just high. I'm not really high, you guys. But I think I'm just high off life because I don't really feel too tired. I actually feel pretty good.
I know. I
Though,
saw you like setting everything up, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need a nap? Did you take a nap today?" I'm like, "You look like
you look good.
Like you're on fire. Like,
yeah, I think I feel like I am on fire. It just feels good to be productive. I think it gives you energy, and again, from yesterday's topic, it's like just that analogy of like not squeezing the weight too hard. I think I'm not squeezing that weight hard anymore. So even with all this stuff that we have to be doing and setting up, I might have my little moments where I might get a little strained or stressed out. But then I remember like, okay, there's no point in doing that. So let me just get this done. And then that helps conserve your energy and just not overstress. Again, it comes down to stress management. And I think that's why I still have so much energy. But it's exciting to get everything rolling, and I think I'm still high off the excitement of getting this stuff going and getting 2025 going. Mm-hmm. And it just feels good to kickstart it like off on the right foot. So I think that's why I still feel energized and excited.
To answer the question, yesterday I felt super energetic, and I felt like, it's just a great opportunity to practice on my communication, on my people skills, you know. I just feel like I kind of been in that like limbo of like communicating, not communicating with adults, like communicating with children, communicating with adults. But yeah, I felt excited. I felt excited, and I felt like my dreams are coming true last night. It was like one of those moments that I kind of want to throw it out there because I want to be able to look back on it and be like, wow, yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, everything starts somewhere. So I think this is a good start.
Mm-hmm. And then also like starting a podcast, and then where we were like years ago with trying to like get this running up. Like we've been trying to get this running up for years. So it feels good that like what used to be like a big like challenge in front of us are now like very little tiny crumbs of a problem, which I appreciate. Like I could appreciate the growth in that. You know, like me and you highlighting teamwork, like you highlighted that today, like, hey, we need to be a strong team. And it's like, now this is challenging our relationship in a way where it's like, we need to not only, we're good when it comes down to like the kids and the household and like, feelings or like whatever we need to touch bases on. But now this is like adding that different avenue to like our relationship because we have to communicate professionally now, and like it's a different level of teamwork that we have to communicate on.
It's like carving out a whole new thing.
Wait, a whole
new thing. It's like carving out something new that we haven't built yet. So
yeah,
we're
flexing a muscle we didn't know we had.
We're literally just putting it together and building it, so it's gonna be falling together. But there's a lot of new things that, like new discussions, new things to weigh out, and new things to kind of.
It's like a blank room that me and you are like stepping into, and we're like molding it, you know, and we're developing it. So, it's extra special, and it's fun, it's playful.
Just for anyone that's trying to do anything out there, is just remember one thing. Make sure that you're doing your reps, because if you don't do the reps, you're not going to get that exercise doing that thing that you're trying to do. So doing your reps means like you putting in the work and just start doing it. If you're looking to start making content, just start making content. Even though you may feel like it's a little cringe or something new, it's supposed to feel that way because you've never done it. But you have to get past that initial beginning, and then eventually you're going to get to a better place. I mean, for me, I came a long way where I wouldn't even want to be in front of a camera. Now it's just kind of like second nature. I'm not going to say it's second nature yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Now I can have a camera and I'm not like frightened by the camera or anything like that. It's just a little bit more natural to me because I've done it more times and I put myself in front of it. But in the beginning, it was really hard because all these thoughts will go through my head. And then now it's just not that difficult. Like you were saying, like there are so many different struggles and things why we haven't built the podcast prior, because there was a lot of things that had to get worked on before we got to where we are now. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, coordinating, our home, our responsibilities, 9 to 5 or whatever it is, or just family, different things, kind of getting everything in order. And I feel like we finally got the foundation laid out. So now it's like we can build on top of it. But again, back to the subject, is just if you're trying to do something, just make sure that you do your reps regardless of how you feel. If you're, there's like a favorite quote. I have a quote that I heard. I'm not the greatest about like repeating the quote for quote, but you might have heard it. It's just, this is what I remember. But there's a quote out there like, all right, fuck it, I don't remember the quote. But the moral of the story of the quote I could tell you is every professional started somewhere. So you could imagine like Michael Jordan, he started somewhere where he, at some point, he sucked at making a basket or making a dunk or dribbling or whatever it is. Like everybody starts somewhere. So if you stay in the gym just like Kobe or anybody else, any professional athlete, just as an example, because that's pretty easy to reference, you're eventually going to get good if you keep pushing and doing your reps.
And like everybody always says, like you could look on YouTube video after YouTube video. I mean, we've done it for years, I would say now, like where we're just studying the craft of it. And everybody always says like, just keep posting, just do it. And there's been so many times where I'll literally like do a whole setup in a studio and everything is just perfect for what it was. And it's just so vibey. And we've done so many different setups. We've done so many different studios or like studio designs. And we've sat down and recorded so many podcasts and we just scrapped it. It wasn't the time. And I think it's important to highlight that because going into this new year, it's like understanding like maybe sometimes you're going to need to go through that phase of like, let me do like 10 videos and see where I'm at. Study yourself, see how you look, see like make sure you're not cutting somebody off, make sure you're not saying too many times. Like there's just so much that goes into it. And I'm gonna start doing it now. I'm gonna start catching myself.
My thing is, I always say I think. It's like, damn it. So I'm trying to avoid it. Maybe if you count how many times I say it in this episode, you could write it down.
You're gonna get a $5 Starbucks card.
If I had $1 for every time I said I think.
I know.
But I mean, what's crazy is just when you hear stories about like people on YouTube. Like we just recently heard one of a guy that was like over 50 years old and he just decided to start making YouTube videos, and this guy just blew up and just now he has like was it a multi-million business just straight up from YouTube, I think in a matter of like a year or something, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's just like him applying himself. And of course my take on it is he probably came with other skill sets, or maybe he was already business savvy. I mean, by 50 years old, you've lived. So you definitely have other skill sets, but regardless, like there's a stigma of like, I'm too old to start anything. Like this guy decided to take the risk and just started doing it. And, now he's pretty well off and anybody could literally do it. So if you're looking to just start doing it, just start doing it. But this has been a long time coming for us. And so now we're just doing our part and doing our reps. And, we're looking forward to it being built and what comes with it. But there's just like a lot of really dope benefits. I mean, I've had the honor to work with a lot of different creators already. So I can see the benefits just from their successes. And it's like, okay, like this is crazy. Like anyone can do this. If you're one of those, whatever it is, either podcasting or whatever it is, it's just like the best thing we could say is to encourage you to just do those reps. Like forget what people are saying, forget what you're telling yourself. Just I'm gonna go back to reference yesterday's episode. It comes down to, again, it's like you versus you. What I was talking about on the last episode was it's me versus me, and this year I'm not gonna allow that to stop me. So I think that's all of us. We're always kind of fighting ourselves and trying to find ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes our own doubts are going to hold us behind. So it's important that we don't let that stop us. And our doubts will get in our head, and then we don't want to do it. That was me a lot. And now.
And then it kind of like ping ponged. Like then you were like all for it and all ready. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just so like over. I have to be honest. Like I was just so over it. Like I'm like, I keep. I would do an Instagram story and I'm like, oh, new podcast, because I would be so excited that we recorded and then we never put it out. And, that's just like the reality of our journey. And then I had to learn to be humble, and I had to learn to pace myself. And I'm still learning to like, okay, take it easy. Don't jump the gun. Like be patient, because
things take time. They just don't form overnight.
Well, not only that, I think the dynamic of like you working your 9 to 5, if we did this as our sole like career, then we would be so much
goal.
more like proactive, like, and it would be on our minds and like our forefront, like so much more than it is now, like where we have like a certain part of the day where it's like a little block of time that it's a little block of time that we're putting our energy and we're able to go in there. But versus like, let's say the kids are in school during the daytime and we could podcast in the morning. Like that would be so much more like.
Yeah. But on that note, what I would like to say is the struggles are going to build you. And I think for us, that's what happened, because if we didn't have the struggles and it was so easy, we might have lost interest. But we're so resilient. Like it shows that we really want to make this work. And not only that by the time we get to those places where, by the time we get to that chapter when it could be that easy, like it's going to be super easy.
Yeah.
And not only that, we're just going to be having the strength, or we're just going to be developed to a whole nother level when we're at that point where, I just look at the struggles like they're always benefiting.
Yeah.
I don't think
it makes you stronger. Yeah.
I think if you have it tough, it's always going to, like, it goes back to that quote. I could tell you this quote. It goes back to God's favorites having the hardest. And why is that? It's because if you're put in through challenges, it's because you're trusted, that you can overcome those challenges. And if you do overcome those challenges, I mean, you come up on top. Look
like
at us now.
bench.
Like we've gone through so many challenges and hurdles, and now we're able to do this. And not only that, like I said, I feel like the way we're doing it, it's like there's still a lot of stuff going on. We still have 5 kids. I still have a 9 to 5. I'm still pushing like my media agency company, and we have more than we've ever had as far as like duties and responsibilities, and yet we're crushing it. We're right here right now, and we're figuring things out. And I think there's a lot of people that don't have half of the amount of things that we have to be handling. And not to mention, I mean, for the most part, it's just literally me and you. We don't necessarily get all the help in the world. So we
like
literally
speaking on like, we don't have help from like an aunt, a grandma, or stuff like that. Yeah.
Like we really have been thugging it out this whole time. But now it's like, look, we have it together, and there's people that don't even have like half of what we have. They have a dog, and they're like, oh, I don't have any time. And I'm like, how the hell do you not have any time?
He watches himself. Like he doesn't go to school.
You don't. Yeah, you should have a lot of time on your hands. Like once you have like a kid or 2 kids, I mean, let alone 5, it's like,
it gets
man, there's so much going on. So, but again, that helped build us to the point where now we're doing this, and it's like, it's pretty impressive, I would say. It's like, give yourself
another clapping.
Oh yeah, just give yourself, a little round of applause.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say also, last night I was thinking about, like, I just have like certain thoughts like I'm grateful for, but like I was thinking about the beauty of our children being able to see us in this time and how we were, and it got me a little bit like emotional last night thinking about it, because I'm like, man, it's so deep and it's so special, like what we're really doing. And it's always been my number one like reasoning for me to keep pushing for a podcast. It's like I want my children to see our dynamic, and our maybe our grandchildren and beyond. They get to know us and they get to see our face. They get to see us, like our style, what we were doing. This is what it is. Our thoughts, what we were going through. And yeah, I just thought it's always been the main reason why I wanted to push our podcast. Like imagine like, I don't know much of my grandparents when they were younger. I mean,
like, hey, throw your grandpa's podcast on right now.
And you know what?
Like,
My grandpa's
so
down, and I would love for him to come and like sit down and like me interview him, because he's
that's also
older.
The cool thing about having
yeah.
a podcast is that you get to invite whoever you want. And we're looking to having guests eventually, when the time is right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, that is a big pro, because those episodes are just going to be there for, I mean, forever is like crazy to say, but they're going to be around for a long time for sure.
Yeah.
And like you said, like our grandkids can go back and watch this. And also,
or even our kids, like let's just say like somebody's like in college somewhere or doing something in another state, and then they're like, I miss my parents. They get a piece of us, you know what I mean? And they get to see us, or how we overcame.
I'm like, oh, you feeling sad? Why don't you watch episode number 174? I think I talk about some really good stuff. Are you feeling lonely? Oh, like I have like a whole encyclopedia. But no, I mean, and on that note too, is just carving the path for them to be able to do some other stuff that's creative, because I think our kids are pretty
more
creative.
Yeah.
And if we could offer that in their lives where they have that decision to do something creative, just like I always advise everybody, it's like try to find that creativity, try to find the inner child in whatever it is that you like to do. I always look at adults and people, they got jobs and they don't do what they used to enjoy doing. They just get their 9 to 5s, and that's how they make their living. And that movie, what's that movie called?
What, Click?
Oh, The Little Prince.
Oh.
So if you've seen that movie, The Little Prince, it's a pretty dope movie. But it talks kind of about that, where people lose touch of themselves as their childhood happiness. So,
there's so many movies based off of that. Even
I'm gonna just reference The Little Prince.
Yeah, the new movie, Imaginary Friends, is a good. Yeah, that's another good one. Because Little Prince, I feel like is a little confusing to me. I'm like, what?
It's a little weird.
Yeah. So If is more like a relatable, like very clear message movie.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, but I like The Little Prince because just how it starts off, where like the kid does like this drawing, and then he sees it a certain way, his imagination goes off, and then the adult sees it, he's like, what is this? This is nothing. And to the kid, it was like a whole different thing. And I think we all have this big imagination. We're made with a lot of imagination and creativity, but then it just kind of gets like smashed by reality. People lose touch of it.
Yeah.
And then you lose your enjoyment. Like some people like dancing, some people like different things. And there's different forms of art. Like people like music, like a lot of things are art. And I think those are the things that really fulfill you and give you enjoyment.
Life, yeah.
Yeah, life. And you look at a lot of adults, and they're not doing what they would like to do.
I know,
so
isn't
if
that?
You can offer, if I can give that to my kids where they can have that option, that's like the ultimate goal. So us doing it and showing them like, hey, this is possible, and we're gonna build it, and then we give them the opportunity. It's like gold. We'll be right back. Take 5.
Yay! Let's get
We're back.
touching.
I just had my coffee break, so that's my secret. That's how I stay awake. Just kidding.
I think touching on the topic of like adults not being happy with their job is like people really don't understand that they get the power and the freedom to live the life that they want to live.
Ooh, that's
And
good.
oops.
Yep, time's up. My turn. Just kidding. No, that was really good.
Yeah, adults and
That you have the power and the authority to live your life.
the life that you want to live, and it's important to like try to live up to that, you know. And early on, I don't know, me and Raul are a different breed, because early on in our life we were very like we want to live the life we want to live in the moment. Like whatever it is we want to do, we're gonna do it because we want to do it. And that's helped us and that's hurt us, but for the most part I feel like it's helped us out to live this life of like freedom, and like don't put me in a box, don't put me in this, don't put me in that. This is the way I'm gonna live my life, these are my decisions, I'm gonna back it up, you know. But that has led us to having a happier life, a more free life, versus like some people that love singing and then they end up having a job where they're, you know, behind a cashier.
Shuffling mail.
They're behind a cashier and they're just like, well, I just have to do this. But do you understand how much time you're wasting? And not to like put the pressure on anyone like that and put you in a bad place, but it's like, do you really take back control of your life?
It's because I think people lose that hope and they think it's not possible.
Well, and you have to break generational curses, because
But you need to have that like grit to go through it. It's just like us. It's like this could easily not be possible. I mean,
it could easily be dismissed like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a waste of
there's,
time.
There's no way we can do it. We have 5 kids.
Yeah.
You work all the time. How are we going to do it? We don't have any help. And I think that comes down to perspective. How bad do you really want it?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, maybe they don't want it enough, or they just don't believe in themselves and they just giving up.
Yeah, and you have
But
to
like you said, everybody has
yeah.
that authority and that power to make that decision. And some people just decide to give up and not pursue their dreams or their passions.
Yeah. Anybody that's not happy with their job or not happy with their situation, either if they're in, taking classes that they're not into, they know they're not going to be into, or they're in a job that they know that they could be doing something better. Sometimes it's worth it to, like, if you have your own apartment, but you're not living out your career, sometimes it's probably better to go back to a family member, or to, if you're able to, just so that you could practice your craft and whatever it is that you know for sure, for definite, like this is what I want to do, and like invest in yourself. And people may think that you're taking steps backwards, but you're going to take a step backwards just to launch so much more forward in your life. And then you'll be able to put that together. But when people start like bullshitting themselves and bullshitting the game and like taking advantage and mooching off of people, and like now it's like this whole other thing, it makes it look like it's not obtainable, or like you can't do it.
What it comes down to, like, if you're not growing, you're dying. So some people are just dying because they're just I think if you're not learning, if you're not growing, what are you doing? So you're either doing one of those. If you're idle, you're essentially dying.
Well,
You're
like
just giving up.
But like what Atmosphere said, he's like, I want to die with a pocket full of clarity. I don't know. I'm pretty nosy.
Want to die with a pocket full of clarity. What's your take on that?
It's like,
How do you interpret that?
there, it could be two ways.
Did he ever explain what he meant by it?
I mean, I'm sure like in his wide range of vocabulary, I'm sure, but I feel like he was saying it in the sense of like I want to understand things that people don't take the time to understand. Like, it could be anything from like history. It could be anything from like, he talks a lot about Jesus. Like, there's a lot of mystery there. It's like, I want to die with a pocket full of clarity, more than having riches, like more than being buried with a chain, or like with riches and money and all that stuff. I'd rather die with education. I'd rather die with information of like knowing
understanding.
and understanding.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's dope.
And that's what I kind of grew up on, a lot of that type of music where it made you kind of think and it was deep.
There's some really good artists like that. Like Atmosphere is definitely one of those.
Yeah.
Shout out Atmosphere.
I know, huh?
You want to come on the podcast?
Let's go. No, my cousin like had a music video. I'm not very clear on what it is, but he was like rubbing shoulders with Murs, which is another underground hip hop artist that I listened to growing up, and it's like wild. Like social media and the whole social media game has been like so abroad that it's so obtainable, and like if that's something you want to do, go freaking do it. Like, you
like
know,
there's another saying where people say, I think you're like 5 people away from like knowing somebody that knows the president, or
well, hey,
whatever.
Patrick Bet-David was from Northridge
Exactly. See,
in the
you're
San
just
Fernando
like 5
Valley,
people away
or
from,
Porter Ranch. You know,
it's a
like
small world. But yeah, and social media made it even smaller. But that also, again, there's so much possibilities. You can do whatever you want. Social media allows you to do anything. Like if you want to monetize anything that you're doing, if you're into yoga, you can start classes in the park, start making money doing yoga. That's your passion.
and be practical. Like everything is practical, and
You
like
start somewhere, make connections.
and don't wait for somebody. Like a problem that I had too was like waiting for. I mean, it's different in our dynamic again because we're married and because we're doing this together. One hand feeds the other in a sense. But if you don't have kids, like don't wait for somebody. I feel like if I was my younger self, I would tell myself like, don't wait for anybody to help you. Don't wait for your crew. Don't wait for this. Don't wait for your sisters.
But what happens when you're young?
Don't wait for that.
What's your take on what happens when you're young?
When you're young, you feel like you have so much time.
That's so true.
20s is like so far away from you when you're in your teens. And then when you're in your 20s, 30s is like so far away. But then when you start hitting those late 20s, you're like, hey. It's getting a little
slow
bit.
the fuck down.
Yeah. Hey, where did this go?
Shit. Once you hit the 30s, now you're looking at 40s, you're like, oh shit.
Like if I didn't
next
have
chapter is
kids, if
40.
I didn't have kids, I mean, I'm a homemaker, so it's different. I've had, that's my occupation / podcaster at night. Joe Rogan. No, but yeah,
Homemaker by day, podcaster by night. All day.
all day. But yeah, like I don't know, I would.
You're a cool mom.
Oh, thanks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm so retro.
Do you know any other mom that does that?
I not personally, no.
Even then, if you did, you probably top them because you got 5 kids. You
know what? That was wild, and I'm just so thankful. Like I wouldn't have it any other way. With our last baby, I was literally like having baby fever. I'm like, let's just have another baby. Like I at least want one more, and
you got it.
And it felt like it went by so fast. Like it was slow, but it went by fast. It was so like it just in a blink of an eye it happens, you know.
But I think at your 30s, at least for myself, it's just every day is more and more important. Every day just seems to go faster and faster.
Yeah.
And that could also give you anxiety because you're like freaking out and you're like, oh shit, time's just flying. But you have to know how to kind of balance both. You have to move with intention and somewhat of an urgency, but at the same time, don't let that give you anxiety. Like, just do your best every day and then be content with that and be like, okay, cool, I give it my all. But at the same time, it's like once you hit like your 30s, you start to see time a little different and you cherish it more because, like you said, in your 20s, you just feel like you have all this time and you waste a lot of time. There's a lot of distractions. You're just like, woo, I want to live up my life. You know, when it's like your 20s, man, if you build in your 20s, like shit, by the time you're in your 30s, you really get to enjoy that. Like, I think you would really enjoy your 30s. But if you're in your 20s, you didn't do the best you could in your 20s, you wasted some of your time. I mean, it's a give or take, you know, you're either going to pay now or pay later, but you're going to pay at some point. You're going to have to.
Yeah. And I think like with us, we had our children or our first daughter when we were in our early or our late teens. So for us, like entering like 18, 19, 20, that like we kind of just got to work. If you think about it, even though it wasn't like perfect, but we were out on our own early on. We were just, I was the first one out of 6 siblings to move out of my house.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ski.
You know what? And it was not.
And in this economy, that's pretty tough. Shoot, most of the kids are still staying with their parents. They don't even want to move out anymore. The 18 rule is gone. Now it's like 28.
Yeah, well,
They
yeah,
stick
because
around.
the economy is so bad.
Shoot, that's crazy.
But it's okay. We have the future's bright.
Yeah, you can either sit there and cry about it or figure out what you're going to do about it. Again, those that have the toughest challenges end up pulling out if you
Well,
apply
it's just
yourself.
crazy because there's family members that have help in their home with their children
And they don't do nothing.
and they're not doing anything with it, and it's such a waste, you know. And I'm like, oh my god, if I had a señora in my house every single day, we would be living it up. Like we would be like from the morning to the night, you know, we'd just be living it up. And
Getting the most done.
yeah, like just going to work, eating good, and then I would like, here, let's go to the gym, let's go do this. To me, I love partnership, and I don't know if it's like I have mommy issues, I don't know, but I feel like I just love the beauty of having an older woman like partner with, like that partnership of like the older woman, like the being passed down the wisdom and like the they need me, I need them type of vibe. And
Oh, that's the best.
yeah, it's like such a golden thing. So for me, I see it like when other people have it and they don't cherish it or they talk negatively about their family, and it's like, but you don't know how blessed you are. You don't know the riches of it. And I hope that you one day appreciate that.
Open your damn eyes.
Yeah, for real. It's because I feel blessed.
Well, that comes with like living intentional. Some people don't live intentional.
I feel blessed that I will be able to do that for my children, you know, and I will be able to do that to the best that I can for them. But yeah, it's just like even having like my dad being a grandpa or being, you know, around. I didn't have him in my childhood, but like he's able to be around for us now, and for my kids, they don't know anything different. And so, you know, just those things are all blessings, and they're all tokens that we need to hold on to.
So good. So true.
Yeah.
Shoot, I've learned the most from elder people that I took the time to hang out with, and they, you know, and I appreciate them teaching me everything they taught me, because I think I skipped a lot of lessons because just taking it in from their own experience and their stories, like I learned, I'm like, cool, man, I don't want to go through that. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I don't have to go through that. And that makes sense. I can totally see how that happens. I'm going to avoid that. You know, I'm not going to climb that mountain for no reason. So,
Yeah.
So no, it's the best.
I
And
mean-
a lot of young people don't really cherish that and take advantage of it. Again, I think that just, when you're young, you just fucking feel like you know everything.
Yeah.
And once you hit your 30s, you start to realize, like, oh, maybe I don't know everything.
Yeah.
And then now it's time for you to apply yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm grateful. I'm happy where I'm at, and you know, I'm proud of myself, and I like to take time to acknowledge that and say, you know what, I've been doing a good job. I mean, you're always gonna have that feeling of wishing you could do more. But again, if you sit on that, you're just gonna start giving yourself anxiety because there's nothing you can do. You don't have no control over it. And when you don't have any control over it, that's when you start feeling all these negative emotions. So you have to just accept it. It is what it is. You did your best. As long as you do your best, it is what it is. But I'm content with the amount of effort and work that I've put in everything that I do, and the amount that I continue to keep doing. And if I want more, I know that I have to keep working harder to get more. So same thing for any of you thinking of doing anything. Just follow those rule of thumbs. How you say it?
And there was like a post somewhere on Instagram saying, if you don't feel your progress, it's because you keep putting the standard higher. If you don't feel the progress in the moment, it's because you keep raising the bar. Your standards keep going higher. So you are reaching those, but you also want more. And I think that's perfectly explains our journey with personal development, or, you know, a person like a career in social media space, that sometimes we feel like we're taking steps backwards, or we're not even taking any steps. But in reality, we're laying down so many bricks of like foundation, and
Yeah.
and then when we start to get back to the lab and start working, it's like, okay, yeah,
You have to stop and smell the roses and then pay attention, because then you'll see like, wait a minute, a little while back we weren't here, and then after a while you start to see like, damn, that did make a difference. Those steps did make a big difference.
oh my gosh. And like, I just thought about it right now, but like, imagine like all those hours of me and you going on our walks and like talking, all those hours, all those walks, all those days and months and years, like just talking back and forth and trying to fit the pieces and figure it out. It's like, that's all the stuff that people.
That's like you working the soil, just and then once you throw a seed in there, you water it. It's good
and
to
it's
go
like
because you got
through
some
the
good
kids, through the anxieties, through the pandemics, through like all of the crazy stuff. It's like super powerful that, you know, we were able to, and we're developing this, you know. It's not like something that's already done. We're developing it. We're in it. But it's so powerful. Like, it just keeps amazing me. And then also, I want to share this too. Having a podcast is so therapeutic. I feel like it is super, super like therapeutic. You get into this state of mind, like you could be depressed or you could be sad or you could be whatever, but like you get this state of mind where you just like start to work things out. I don't know. And then you let it out and you figure it out.
A lot of people say that it is therapeutic. You just let it out. Let it all out. Or, you know, whatever it is you have in your mind, you get to just kind of pour it out and talk about it. And then as you're talking about it, you're reflecting and digesting it. And then you realize certain things. I mean, through the conversations that you have, I mean, with whoever you have a conversation with, you can have a conversation with whoever, and maybe like one of your best friends or, you know, a sibling or whoever. And then as you're talking, sometimes you realize certain things. So it's that part of communication gets the marbles moving.
Yeah.
So it's healthy. It's good. It's that part of communication and exercise and all that.
And for us, it's a bonus because we're so busy. So it's like, this is the time that we're going to take to have a cup of tea, to sit down and have a conversation and talk about fun, playful stuff, because it gets so serious. Like, things get so serious all the time. With the kids.
Well, I mean, there's always things
like,
that are serious, but
no, I'm saying like it's so
have fun.
Maybe serious isn't for me. I'm saying serious because I'm naturally like giddy and like a playful person.
A little bit of going back to like that job situation where people work at certain jobs. If you like your job and you're making a decent amount, I mean, and you're content with what you're getting, I mean, if that works for you, that's cool. But if you don't like it, what I would suggest is, one, have fun with it and find your enjoyment in whatever it is that you're doing, and be conscious of the fact that maybe you don't like it, and then create a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're not going to go anywhere. Create a plan, put something together, and start working towards that plan so that you could eventually leave. Like me personally, it's kind of what I'm doing right now. I mean, I enjoy my job, but at the same time, it's like, I know I want something else. I want something more. I want to be able to have a certain type of lifestyle where I can maybe travel around more and have fun doing things, and where maybe me making money doesn't necessarily feel like work. It's just more like just fun. And that's super possible. So I am working my way out of my 9-to-5 and putting these building blocks together and working my ass off so that I can do it. But at the same time, while I'm on my 9 to 5, I'm enjoying it. You know, it's very demanding. Like what I do is very demanding, and it takes a lot. But I enjoy every little bit. My kids recently told me, like, why does it seem like you always have fun at work? And it's like, it's funny because that can easily be misunderstood by a lot of people. Like, if they see you having fun, they just think that you're not doing anything. So just be prepared for that. If you change your perspective and you learn to have fun, you know, through whatever it is, people might look at you like you're having too much fun. But it's good to find that fun in things, but make the most of it and have fun. And it all comes down to perspective. But if you're not happy, work your way out of there and then build something better. Mm-hmm. That concludes our episode 4 today on the 4th day of 2025. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode.
And please subscribe and share this YouTube video.
Share it with anyone you think it would be valuable. You know, the topics that we're talking about, or maybe, you know, if you feel like somebody could relate to some of these topics, or maybe you just recently had a conversation with someone that's like, man, they were talking about that stuff that we were just talking about, because that's just how the world works. You stumbled on our video or what have you.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. And so maybe that's a sign. Or, you know, share the video, share the love. If you enjoyed it, share it with somebody that you might think might enjoy it. And make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss any videos, and hit the little bell icon. Jeez, look at us go, baby.
There it is.
But anyways, that's it, you guys. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Soul Trust Podcast.
Shining so bright tonight. Looking so good today.